In the quiet surroundings of Jetavana Monastery, there lived a young monk who was diligent and devoted but often troubled by feelings of jealousy. His name was Sona. Though he practiced meditation and followed the teachings of the Buddha, he found himself constantly comparing his progress to that of the other monks. Sona's heart burned with jealousy. Why does the Blessed One always praise Ananda and others, but never me? He thought. He thought of leaving the monastery, believing that he would never receive the recognition he deserved. With a troubled expression, he bowed and said, "Blessed One, may I ask a question?" The Buddha knew that praise and blame, recognition and obscurity were all part of the worldly winds that sway the minds of those who have not yet seen the truth. I have been practicing diligently, observing the precepts, meditating, and doing all that is required, yet I never receive your praise or acknowledgement. I feel as though I am invisible. Why is this so? Are my efforts not worthy? Sona, a person who seeks praise is like a man who plants a seed and then keeps pulling at it to see if it is growing. Such a man will not see the fruit of his labor, for he is too concerned with appearances. But, Blessed One, he asked softly, why then do you praise others and not me? True practice is not for the sake of praise or blame. It is for the sake of seeing clearly, of freeing the heart from greed, hatred, and delusion. If the Blessed One does not value me, what is the point of staying? He said to himself. There are many kinds of monks here, Sona. Some are like the moon, shining bright and easily noticed. Others are like the stars, quiet, steady, and unseen, but they too add to the beauty of the sky. I will let go of this craving for recognition and focus on the path itself. Remember, a mind free from envy is like a calm lake. It reflects the truth clearly. Walk the path with sincerity, and whether praised or not, you will find the peace you seek. Do you think the moon is greater than the stars? He no longer compared himself to others. When he saw Ananda or other monks receiving praise, he felt no jealousy, but rather joy. He understood that every being had their own path, and that his own progress did not depend on recognition but on the purity of his heart. Each has its place. Each fulfills its nature. His fellow monks admired him not because he sought praise, but because his quiet example inspired them. But about seeing the truth and freeing oneself from the chains of desire and envy. And though the Buddha did not speak often of the Blessed One knew that the young monk had overcome one of the greatest obstacles on the path, the poison of jealousy. I work hard, I meditate, and I follow the teachings. Yet I am overlooked. Perhaps the Buddha does not see my efforts. A monk who lets go of jealousy is like a man who sets down a heavy burden. He realized that true recognition came not from the praise of others, but from the peace and freedom within. Freed from that weight, he walks easily, his heart unbound. Such a monk is like a lotus that blooms in muddy water, untouched by the dirt around it. It is like pointing to a tree heavy with fruit, so that those who hunger may see where nourishment lies. But the tree does not grow for praise. He had mistaken external recognition for true progress on the path. The Buddha, sensing Sona's change of heart, continued, "It grows simply because it is its nature to do so. Jealousy is born of greed and delusion. It blinds you from seeing your own progress, because you are looking at others rather than within. Do you wish to be free from this burden? A man crossing a river does not look at who is behind or ahead of him. He simply focuses on reaching the other shore. Your practice is your own. Look within, and you will find peace. Should it cease to grow if no one speaks of it?" Whenever another monk received praise from the Buddha or from the elder monks, Sona's heart would feel heavy, as if a dark cloud had covered his mind. One day, as the monks gathered to listen to the Buddha's discourse, Sona noticed how the Buddha praised Ananda for his deep understanding and compassion. That night, Sona could not sleep. His mind was filled with restless thoughts. The next morning, after the alms round, Sona approached the Buddha. The Buddha looked at Sona with deep compassion. He could see the fire of jealousy burning within the young monk's heart. "Sona," the Buddha said gently, "tell me, do you seek the path of liberation for the sake of praise, or for the ending of suffering?" Sona hesitated, unsure how to answer. I want to end suffering, Blessed One. But is it wrong to wish for recognition when I have worked hard?" The Buddha smiled softly. Sona lowered his gaze, feeling ashamed, but the Buddha continued, his voice steady and kind. The words struck Sona deeply. The Buddha's eyes met Sona's. "Sona, when I praise a monk, I do so not to elevate them but to inspire others." Sona listened silently, his heart softening. He realized that his jealousy came from a misunderstanding. "Sona, there are three poisons that cloud the mind: greed, hatred, and delusion." "Yes, Blessed One," Sona replied earnestly. "Please guide me." "Then do not compare yourself to others," the Buddha said. Sona bowed deeply. "I see now, Blessed One. My jealousy has only caused me suffering." The Buddha placed a hand on Sona's shoulder. "Good, Sona." From that day onward, Sona's heart was lighter. As time passed, Sona's practice deepened. He became known for his humility and serenity, though he no longer cared whether anyone noticed. One evening, the Buddha addressed the assembly and said, Sona, sitting among the monks, understood these words were meant for all, yet they filled his heart with gratitude. And so the story of the jealous monk became a quiet lesson in a monastery, a reminder that the path of the Buddha is not about being seen or praised.